There we go. Hey, y'all, I see hearts, but it say nobody in here. I see likes, but nobody in here. we just gonna give it a minute. Somebody said we in here. Hey, what's up, everybody? So I don't plan to be here long. I do have to come here and say something. It's irking my soul. And it needs to be said. But I want you guys to know I didn't have my internet. It was not due to the storm. I mean, partly, I guess. They couldn't get out here and finish fixing the shit because of the ice. But we have internet. So now we have the live already set. You guys can go and check it out on my page. If you do not want to watch commercials, you can get your free subscription to MX Network and watch the live while it's live tonight. So we will be live at 10 o'clock. And we're going to be talking about Charleston White. We're going to play this video that we need to look at. And we're going to have a conversation once again about the degenerates in this community. And why is nobody saying anything about what Charleston White has done? Why do we continue to a person that tells you they should not be around kids constantly want to put them around kids or say they're an activist for kids? I think it's a bigger problem that we have to talk about in our community, why this shit is okay. But anyway, that live is set. I will see everybody at 10 o'clock for that. But I wanted to come in and have this quick discussion first. Somebody said I'm the internet boo thing. Hey, boo. Hey, boo, back to you now. Thank you for the compliment. That to me, that you just giving me a compliment, so I appreciate that. Thank you. But you guys, now I don't know if anybody is on this live. Is anybody on here right now? You ain't got no power. You ain't got no power. And I just want to talk about this because I feel like people are stupid, and I don't want anybody to be like, Michi, you are being inconsiderate of people's feelings or what folks are going through right now. But you know, in the Black community, you got that you got that auntie, that uncle, that grandma, that older person, and they just gonna tell you what it is. You're a stupid motherfucker. And I just want to say that to people. And let me tell you why. I do not understand why when they said that this storm was coming, why did y'all run outside and buy a bunch of groceries? Why? I'm going to let some stuff sink in for people. Like, I'm just not understanding. Y'all heard a storm was coming and you might not have no power. And y'all niggas decided to buy. And when I say niggas, people get me. I'm talking about everybody that's stupid, okay? So I'm not talking about Black people. I'm talking about everybody that's stupid. You took your dumb ass outside. It was people I saw online, not in the store, because I'm not in the store. When they said it was time to prepare, I was going to the store. I forgot, because y'all know I don't watch the news. I'm like, oh shit, it's a storm coming. Everybody and their mama was in the store. I was in there for 2 things, because I already have groceries in my cabinet. And I went the fuck home. I started to put my 2 things back. And because I'm not standing in all these motherfucking lines because y'all not prepared. But why were there people running around with a basket full of toilet paper? Why y'all motherfuckers had 7 gallons of milk? Like, you do know that milk only has a certain expiration date that you can keep it for a week or so, then it goes bad. If you're not drinking 6 gallons of milk in a week normally, why the do you need 6 gallons of milk because a storm is coming? Y'all niggas bought everything in the store. I guess y'all out there making Thanksgiving. I mean, it'd be more groceries left in the store at Thanksgiving and Christmas. So y'all planning on making like Thanksgiving dinners during this storm? Chicken gorgonzola, chicken Alfredo. You niggas is baking what? Lasagna and meatloaf? What is wrong with y'all? Like, I'm not giving nobody a pass, and I'm gonna call y'all stupid because if you are grown adults and you are responsible for a household, and especially if you have children, what is wrong with your logical fucking thinking? I just want everybody to stop and think about that for a moment. There's people online right now talking about the government played us. They just wanted you to go in a store and boost the economy and spend your money and nothing hit us. So it's people who don't have an issue. Like here in Georgia, we got some rain, we got some ice. The power never went off over here, although if it did, we was ready. But there are other people that did. So some places didn't get it like they thought they would, but then some of y'all got it exactly like they told y'all would, okay? But it's people saying that this was just a thing to get us to spend our money and boost the economy. So let me address those dumbass comments. Americans have been running around complaining about how they don't have money to afford groceries to feed themselves like regularly, right? Just on a regular week, we need some food in this house. Grocery prices are going up. I'm confused as to how y'all was all broke to just feed yourself for a regular week a month because inflation is up and money is down. But you niggas have so much money now that y'all cleared out the grocery stores. You didn't have no money just for a salad and no chicken and no regular dinner and 1 gallon of milk and some eggs. It was just too expensive. But now y'all got so much money that y'all emptied out grocery stores. Y'all stupid. I just want, we all adults here. I don't want to sugarcoat nothing for nobody. So if you're watching this and you're without power, or you're the person with 12 packs of toilet paper and 6 gallons of milk and all the bread in your cabinet, you're watching this right now, I want you to know you're stupid. If your power is out and you have food, but you don't know what to do with the rest of this situation, you're stupid. I don't understand. I do not. I do, but I don't. It's like I understand that the government understands how to play people and that Americans and people are very much conditioned and they can throw some shit on the news and everybody will move to the left because they moved you all to the left. And then they'll move your ass to the right. So everybody go to the right. Nobody has any thinking and you're not a fucking logical, fully developed brain adult. Where are y'all at? Where are the reasonable people at? Let me say something too. For the people who did not get hit and they're like, the government just did this. We knew it wasn't going to be this bad. Let me tell y'all something. I don't give a fuck if it be that bad or it don't. Whenever your government tells you that there is something that's going to happen, whenever they declare a state of emergency in all of these states, whenever they tell you that you are probably going to, in your areas, you may not have power for 2 to 3 days. When they tell you that, right? Even if the storm don't cut your fucking power off, what makes you think that your government is not cutting your power off? Like in Katrina had a whole hurricane. They told them it was going to be deadly as fuck. And it wasn't until the government made it deadly. See, they survived the storm. But then they broke the levee because the storm didn't do as much damage as they hope it would. A lot of y'all are online saying that it's not even raining yet here, much less snowing, and our power is already out. So my question to you is, if your power was out before the storm even caused it to go out, don't that make you think that your government, your city, your state, they cut that shit off? I don't care if the threat seems real or not. I'm going to tell you the real threat. Whenever your government open their mouth and they say, you should be prepared for some shit that's coming, they'll make that shit happen if it don't happen. But for anybody who bought too many groceries and said nothing even happened, and for the people who bought all these groceries and now you don't have any way to stay warm in your house, you stupid. So let me clarify something that people don't seem to understand. As somebody who considers myself someone who is prepared for survival situations, from everything from the power going out to if a zombie knock at my door, I'm ready. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready. So everything in between, okay? Let me explain this to y'all though. When they tell you that you should go prepare for something because there is a storm coming and you should go get prepared, what they were telling y'all motherfuckers was, look, the power may go out. So make sure you are prepared for this situation. You might not have power for a couple of days. So logical people should go figure out what that looks like. If you don't have power, did any of you stupid motherfuckers that ran to the grocery store, did y'all stop and say, well, if the power is out, what type of things are going to affect my life with no power? Okay, I'm not going to have no internet. Okay, I have a electric stove, so I'm not going to be able to cook or use this microwave. My food and stuff in the refrigerator, will it start to go bad, So then what do I do, right, in that situation? If it's very cold where you are, you would say to yourself, if the power goes out, it's going to be cold as fuck in this house. And we going to die from hypothermia if we don't do something about it. Like, you should have asked yourself, what does the power going out? What are the ramifications of that where I live? Some of y'all probably went out, it ain't that cold outside. It might be 40 degrees and you might be good. But some of y'all are sitting in below zero weather. You're sitting in 19-degree weather and you gonna sit in your damn house like that? And you didn't think about that. You just went and bought 6 gallons of milk. You stupid, okay? Shout out to Black Wolf for the $5 holla. Says, I'm in PA and we got hit with 12 inches. I already have food, so I got bad batteries and a second generator. But our power didn't go out, but I'm ready for whatever. And thank you for the super chat. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if I had to run out at this time, you should be running out to go grab the extra things that you don't have. Let me tell y'all something that y'all may not know, but I don't know why y'all don't. Do you know that power outages are the most common thing that happens for all kind of reasons? And now that everything is online and they have all these systems and AI, our power grids and our water supply and all of these things are actually even more subjected to other countries attacking that because they can do it without having to come here and touch us, right? But power outages are very common for all kind of reasons all year long, every damn where. Shout out to you. Thank you for the $5 holla. Say a salute to you, Queen. Early show. Yes, I gotta get this off my chest. I'm just tired of people, man. It's like, it irritates me that adults don't have more common sense. Now look, if they told you to go, this is the real kicker. Why did motherfuckers buy groceries like they thought that a zombie apocalypse was gonna hit and 30 days later you would still have no food and no power? Who told you that? Why did you think that? When a motherfucking news tell you we have a storm coming, okay? Make sure you have the things you need. The more logical approach to that is, well, if the storm comes and we have a couple of days of power outages, 2 to 3 days, then I should have enough stuff in my house for a week. Why the fuck did y'all buy shit for 6 months? So what that means, stupid people, is that you go look and say, damn, I got 1 roll of toilet paper. Maybe I should go get another pack to make sure I have toilet paper this week. I'm almost out of medication, so I should go fill my prescription because I need this medication. And the reason why you're doing all of these things is because when the snow and the ice hits your ass, they actually don't want you to be out on the roads. So the more reasonable approach is to say, what might I possibly need this week to go outside and get, but if I am stuck in my house, I won't have it. Those are the things that you should have went and got. If you looked in your cabinet when you heard there was a storm coming and you already have groceries, then you should just go to the store and say, well, we don't have any milk. We need a little bit more toilet paper. Let's fill mom's prescription. Yeah, we need some hygiene stuff in here. What do we need throughout the week that I can't run to the store and get? They want you to stay off the roads for 2 reasons. 1, because your ass could die. And people have already died in this storm. Do you guys know that? Do you know that people have already died? I tell people this all the time. Like, y'all let weather take you out. because you just not prepared. So they want you to stay off the streets so that you do not cause accidents or you don't get yourself caught up in something. The next reason why they want you to stay off the roads is so that the city workers can deal with the ice or the down wires or the down trees that may have fallen. And if you're in the street, that causes more problems for them. So all they were telling you is go your ass in the house and be prepared not to come outside of your house, worst case scenario, for about 5 days. So you should have prepared for a week. More people were in the grocery store concerned about food than they were ever concerned about what happens when your power go out. Like, you bought all of that food. What you gonna do with that food when the power go out? So now y'all think about 1,000. You know what's crazy? You know how many of y'all, because y'all was in fear monger mode and you're like, I gotta go buy everything. Just no logical sense at all. It would be interesting to see a statistic on how many of y'all Klarna'd your damn groceries. How many of y'all put your groceries on a credit card? How many of y'all went into debt to go buy groceries and now you're sitting in the dark and or your groceries can't be refrigerated? Your groceries can't be refrigerated. See, if I ain't had no groceries, I probably would just sit back and be like, everybody dumb. Because if you got some sense, you know what you're gonna do. You know what you're gonna do. If your power go out, if you had some sense, you will probably take your groceries that need to be cold, if it's cold where you are, and sit them on the porch. But I'ma just wait. All y'all niggas went to the grocery store. As soon as you sit your groceries outside, I'ma come steal your groceries, so then I can eat. You know what I'm saying? But my question is, y'all didn't think that if the power go out, all that food you bought gonna go bad? I just want to know what be in people's brains. Now, if you're one of the people I'm talking about, I understand you're not gonna sound off in this chat and tell me it's you. But I wish one of y'all would, because I need you to explain to me your thought process. Y'all was more worried about food than power. Let me tell y'all something about food. Do you know that you can go a very, 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 very long time without eating and not dying? Shit, America, all of us in this motherfucker, almost everybody, but we obese like a motherfucker. So you have a lot of fat that your body is going to take and is going to use that fat to give you fuel and to give you energy. And so you're not going to die if you don't have food. You could definitely go a week without eating and be just fine. You'll probably feel a little better. Your body's going to go into autophagy. You're going to get some health benefits from it. Your body going to say, yes, this motherfucker ain't eating. We ain't got to digest food. It'll probably put you in a better health situation. But the problem with that is, if you can't stay warm, you're gonna die. Hypothermia will kill you, and quickly. You're not. So I want y'all to really think about the fact that if your power goes out, for those of you that are sitting with no power, how cold is it where you are? Fuck that food. You should have went and made sure that you had all of the things you needed to stay warm. That's what you really should have done if you had to make a decision on where you spent your money. The threat in this storm was not groceries, baby. The threat in this storm was, or is, you not having any power in places that have dangerously low temperatures. So for those of you with no power that are sitting in the house with your kids, and you went and bought all of the snacks for them to eat because they were going to be home from school, but now your power went out and all your kids are cold and you don't have sleeping bags when they're $20 from Walmart. You should have bought a fucking sleeping bag for everybody in your house. Shout out to you, Margaret. Thank you for the $50 holla. I appreciate that. Thank you. But I mean, for real, on some serious stuff, like, how are you going to keep your kids warm? Hey, Carmen Q. Hey, sis, I love you. I hope you having a good day. We got to get together. My kids be laughing when I'm on the phone with y'all. They be like, who you talking to? I'm on the phone with my friends. Leave me alone. I'm gonna do a group chat call when we get off of here. I'm going to call you, girl. But I just want y'all to think about that. If you're sitting right now in your house and your kids don't have, what you should have done is made sure that your children had sleeping bags, okay? When it's cold in your house, you want to put yourself, first of all, you want to make sure that the heat does not leave your body, Okay, because once it does, if it's hard to get heated back up, once that heat leaves your body, you find yourself in danger. So this is where the old saying your grandma used to be like, boy, put some socks on your feet, put a hat on your head before you get sick. Really, cold doesn't make you sick, germs make you sick. But at the end of the day, this is where you don't want your body heat to leave you. So you should have went to the dollar store. You should have got some little thin, them little gloves. You don't want the thick ones because you might need to wear these gloves all day. But go and get them dollar store gloves. So everybody got a pair of gloves for their hands. Somebody said hand warmer. Shout out to you. Absolutely. See, this is a hand warmer right here. They sell these at the store. They are cheap as fuck, you guys. Cheap. Okay? You don't have to even do nothing. When you open this pack and hit the air, you shake this motherfucker up, and guess what? It's warm, and you can put it in between your hands to get some warmth in your hands, okay? You want to layer the fuck up. Do you have socks? Do you have long johns on? Do you have a scarf for everybody to put around their neck? Do you have hats to put on your head? Because this is how you might have to live in your house. Do not get it twisted because you in your house like your house going. If your power go out and it's 20 degrees outside, at some point, it's going to be 20 degrees in your house. So I'm going to need you to dress like you're outside. Something somebody said I was watching yesterday, and I never thought of this, but I think it is a really great idea. They said if you are in your house right now and you have a tent, right? You'd have been better off instead of buying all that milk and that toilet paper, bought some tents. A tent, right? Because what it does, it makes sense. It's like a sleeping bag. It's true. So you put that tent in there. If you do have a space heater and you have, let's say, a generator or something, or one of these solar boxes, you can heat that tent and go in the tent. Your body heat also gives off. So if all of you guys are in that space sleeping together, you're going to be much warmer in that tent in your house, okay, pitched in your living room, than if you're outside of that and everybody's in a sleeping bag. So you should have got things to keep your family warm. If you was going to purchase some shit on a credit card or Klarna or make some payments or fuck up your credit, you should have then got you a solar generator or a generator. You should have been purchasing things to stay warm. That's what you should have been doing. Other than that, y'all shouldn't have all been out at the store. Like, I just don't understand it. People are not concerned with the real issue. They told you the power would be out. It's people right now online who their pipes have bust in their house. So not only, now when the pipe busts, that means you're in a cold place. The pipes have bust because it's freezing outside. So now you don't have no power. Your pipes done bust and there's water flowing all through your house that's finna turn to ice soon. Oh, you are in a big deadly situation. You should get out of your house right now and you should find a warming station in your city or go to a family member's house and you can kiss your home goodbye. And if you're renting somebody's shit and you did not get renter's insurance, not only did this storm put your life in danger, you just lost everything you've ever owned, your home, and you worried about them groceries. You gonna need some after paying a firm to give you some money to fucking find a new place to live, to replace everything in your home that's about to be destroyed. And I get it that some people in this happen, they in the South. They like, we not used to this. But that's what Google is for. Y'all don't know that you could have saved yourself that situation if you would have just turned on a trickle out your faucet. Turn on a faucet in your house. Not every faucet in the house, but turn on the faucet and let the water trickle, okay? Let it just, a little drip. Somebody said leave it dripping. Yes. So when people say that they're not sure, the smallest little, just make sure some water is coming out of it, a drip, so that it keeps going through there. But people who don't deal with this don't experience this. But I would think if you've been living long enough, you should have heard enough news stories. You should have enough common sense to know these things. So y'all all got groceries. You got enough toilet paper to wipe your ass for 6 months. But you in your house cold as hell. Wrap up with that toilet paper. Let's see how that works. Play a game with your kids called Mummy and wrap the fuck up with that toilet paper and see if that's going to help you stay warm. Because when you die, you will have no ass to wipe. I'm just saying. No, the dead asses do not need to be wiped. I'm just saying. I just don't understand. I don't understand the stupidity. Why is the first thing y'all run and go get is groceries? In survival situations, groceries are the last thing that we're thinking about. I'm honest with you. I know I got my girl Carbon Q in the chat. You can ask anybody that is about is about preparing when you're talking about, survival. Like, yeah, we want food, but if you really had to survive a long time, you ration out food. You ration out food. We not trying to, if you in a situation of survival, with food is not the very first thing that's on your mind, meaning that even if we got food, we not out here grubbing. Did anybody decide and understand that if the power go out, your ass can't cook all that food you bought? There's not, some of these grocery stores are completely empty. It's like one onion on the shelf. I swear to God, I'm not making this shit up. I seen a video online. The store was empty, and over in the corner in the fruits and vegetables, it was one onion. It's one onion in the store. What is y'all niggas cooking? Y'all was gonna turn into chefs and shit while the storm was here. Y'all niggas is making all kind of food. Y'all doing it bigger than Thanksgiving or Christmas because there's still food left in the store at that time of year. So let's talk about what kind of food you buy in these situations. I already had food in my house. I needed a couple of things, so I'm not going to run out and go buy more. But what I did buy to prepare in case our power did go out, okay? In case it did go out, I bought bread. I bought some eggs. I bought some tuna, okay? Because if the power goes out, we already had peanut butter and jelly. If the power goes out, we can't cook. We're going to make some sandwiches. We're going to make, you want peanut butter and jelly? You want tuna fish? Would you like an egg salad sandwich? This is what we got. This is what we having today. All of y'all seem to think that with no power, y'all was finna be in y'all kitchen cooking fried chicken and collard greens and candy yams. Bitch, what's wrong with y'all? Why would you, and then why are y'all buying food that your ass can't cook? Y'all didn't think about that? If you have no power and that's how your stove is working or your microwave, how are you going to cook? Christina said, how do you cook eggs when the power is out? No, Christina, see, that's called preparation. So I boiled the eggs when all of this started. I boiled some eggs and I had them in the refrigerator ready to go. That's why I said that, because it's something simple to make. So I'm not boiling eggs with no power. My power didn't go out, but I made the egg salad before the power went out. I just boiled some eggs. That's what I did. Okay. I'm going to say how you boil eggs when the power is out. You boil it before. It's called preparedness. None of these motherfuckers I'm talking about that I've seen online, y'all didn't go to the store to get shit to prepare. That's called preparing. Power might go out. I'm gonna boil some eggs. Some people in my house like egg salad sandwich. Boil some eggs, put them shits in the refrigerator. Egg salad sandwich don't have to be hot to be good. And if you hungry, shit, everything you eat is good. Be the best piece of fucking bread you ever had in your life if you hungry. Don't play with me like y'all don't know. When your stomach is touching your back, I can give you a pack of saltine crackers. These crackers will be the best crackers you ever ate in your goddamn life. Shout out to you, Keith. Thank you for the $5 holla. Says people should have sleeping bags that can withstand and temperatures of 20 degrees. Thank you for saying that, because that is true when it comes to sleeping bags, just so that everybody knows that there are specialty sleeping bags. I don't know if y'all ever watch these people on like Line and YouTube, and maybe y'all haven't. But there are plenty of people who actually like camp in the snow. They will make them snow tunnels and like snow houses, and it's all snow and they're outside, and they sleep in these specialty sleeping bags. So they do have those, and y'all might want to consider just adding them and having them in your house over time. Do it when it's not an emergency. Do it when you don't have pressure on your back. Do it when you have the money and you're not forced to spend money that you may not have at the moment. But there are definitely sleeping bags that are made for much colder weather, and they say you can sleep in these sleeping bags in that weather, right? And people can, right? People can. Yes, and I am. Somebody said she's referring to people with a limited generator. Yes, because another thing too is that even if people have generators, I want to be clear about that. I have generators, but if my power went out, I am not using up my generator for a bunch of, I'm not personally. You have to evaluate your own situation. But the generators that I do have, they're Jackery. Shout out to Jackery. They got the best solar generators. They have every size. You can start with $200. I have a small one that is just for my Wi-Fi or for us to charge our cell phones, our devices and things like that. And then I have a much bigger one that could charge my TV, laptops, refrigerator. I could plug the stove in and cook, but that's not actually what I would waste it for. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you have a generator, you guys, and you also have those, a lot of people have gas generators, you want the gas to last a certain amount of time. So even with that, I wouldn't just leave shit running, right? When it gets colder at night, maybe that's when you would turn on the generator to plug in your space heaters or things like that. For me, if the power went out, I filled up my car with gas. I got a driveway. So if we got too cold, I was just gonna take my ass outside. My car was my warming station. We was gonna go outside and turn the heat on in the car. We was ready based on y'all situations. Some of y'all might don't got cars. Some of your cars, you know, it's cold as hell outside. You ain't got no gas in it, whatever it is. So again, you have to decide what works for you and your family. But at the end of the day, like I didn't hear anybody online talking about how they plan to keep their family warm, because the cold is what can take you out, not them fucking groceries you don't have. Y'all buy all them groceries. Y'all was just complaining how broke y'all was 5 minutes ago. We can't afford to feed ourselves. I can't tell. They fear-mongered the fuck out of y'all. Y'all ran straight to the store and spent your whole life savings. Y'all in debt for this storm. And guess what? You can't take the groceries back. I heard somebody say you taking all this food back. They not taking that shit back from you. Go ahead if you want to. They ain't taking it back. Shout out to you for the $10 holla. Thank you for that. I had a 300 power inverter that I connected to the car battery one time for power. Had the car running with an extension cord to the house. LOL. It was worth it. Let me say this. I'm assuming that this person here, I could be wrong. You a man? I want to say that too, sisters. In times like this, you got to have some men around you in your life. You know, everybody talks about, oh, women are black women. You ain't got no men. You don't have to have a man. What you have to have is men in your life. Do you have a dad? Do you have brothers? Do you have cousins? Do you have friends, right? You know, so that they can do all of these things for you. I don't know about you, but I mean, I'm going to do it if I have to, but I'm not doing, I'm going to send the man outside to do exactly what that person said. You know how to connect this? Go on, connect this out of the, I'm going to pitch the tip for the kids. You go and put this on the car for me. I'm not going outside. Shout out to you, Keith, for the $5 holla. Says, I have an emergency backpack in my closet. People get camping stoves that run on propane and bottles. Shout out to you for that. Absolutely. These people that are leaving these comments, I can tell that you are prepared for things like this. And ultimately, I guess what I'm trying to say is that we all talk about how much we hate our government. And I do. I don't know about you. Maybe I'm not speaking for you. But why do we give them so much trust in things, but then not in the other, right? We will not trust them when it comes to our taxes. We don't trust them with, excuse me, with the things that go on in our communities, the decisions that they make for people, things like that. But my question is, I want y'all to stop and think about this. Like, your government runs your whole livelihood. Your whole livelihood. Right? If they don't bring groceries into the store and you can't go into the store to purchase food with your money, you don't know how to feed yourself, do you? You don't know how to feed yourself, do you? I mean, on some serious shit, y'all. If the government don't bring groceries into your store, do you know how to feed yourself? Because without substance and food, you will eventually die. These are things that are life-threatening that I'm getting ready to say to y'all. And we leave so much of it in the hands of our government as though they're always going to come through for us because they really give a fuck about us. Who believes that? And if you don't, then why are you not preparing yourself for some of the most vital things in your life instead of leaving it up to your biggest op? See, this is the way the government wants it, because they want you to depend on them for the things that give you real livelihood. Because what happens is they can snatch the rug from underneath you anytime they get ready to. Anytime they get ready to. See, I remember when I was growing up, like there were fruit trees in the yards of the houses that we lived in. Like, and I'm from Detroit, y'all. So I'm not talking about down in the South. In Detroit, we had apple trees in our yard. If you in Detroit now, tell me the last time you seen a fucking fruit tree anywhere in Detroit. You ain't. If the water that they filter, because your government also pollutes this goddamn water, if the water that your government pollutes and filters, if the water plant is not working because the power goes down and you can't drink that water because you could definitely get sick. I don't know if y'all want to hear this right now, but I think you need to hear it. Do y'all know where the sink water comes from that we drink out of our faucets? Do y'all know where it come from? Anybody in the chat? I know y'all got to know where the water come from. Do y'all know where the water come from for they filter it? This is why they gotta filter it. Somebody said the river. Baby TT. TT is not the river. Look at the chat. Look at the chat, TT. It is not the river, baby. You are drinking filtered doo-doo water, y'all. A lot of city water is just filtered doo-doo water. The reason it got to be filtered is because of all of the stuff that is in the water. You ain't never heard the news or people tell you do not pour your old medication down the toilet. Because back in the day, people would throw medication down the toilet. They would flush it or whatever. And they would tell you not to do that because it gets into the water. Because some things they can't filter out of the water. So why they telling you not to flush your stuff down the toilet? Because it affects the water. That's because that's what we drinking. We drinking. So this is my thing. If we all understand we drinking filtered doo-doo water, then my question is, if the power plant with the water infrastructure goes down and the filtration systems don't work, this is why they tell you not to drink water when the power goes out of your sink. They tell you to do what? They tell you to boil it. Boiling water is what we would call distilled water. It gets everything and you boil the water. This is why they're telling you to boil it. So if you can't boil your water and you're so dependent on your government, you drinking shitty water. And that's why they tell you to do it. You could die. You could die. I think it's 2026. You should, everybody that's an adult, if you have kids, you should know this shit. Or you shouldn't be nobody mama and daddy. I'm just telling you, you shouldn't be. Shout out to Keith with the $5 Holligan. Says stack up on MREs. I have a water filter that filters a gallon of water. He right again. Thank you for the super chat. He's right again. You could get you a water filter. And even if you don't want to go extreme, I got a whole water filter. Go to Walmart and buy a Life straw. It's a straw. Now, you cannot drink water outside with that straw that's been sitting in a puddle or some shit, you know. You don't want to do that. But for the water in your house, you can pull it out the sink. They have Life straw cups that you can just put the water in there and drink it through there. But the filter's in the straw, and it will filter the water so that you're able to drink it. Because if you can't boil water because you have an electric stove, you can't drink that water, but you can't boil it. What you gonna do? How you gonna drink anything? If you pay your electric bill right now, how many of you think that just because you paid your electric bill, the lights gonna always come on? We leave that up to the government too. We so far removed. You do know that when God created everything, plenty of people lived without electricity. But we don't know what to do without our electricity. We don't. So all of the things that are vital to your life, communication, did anybody think about that? If the power goes out, one of the things that is going to happen if you do not have a source or a way to recharge it, your phone is going to die. You can't check on your loved ones. You can't check on your grandmother. You can't check on other people in your family because your phone doesn't work. Has anybody even thought about that? The government told you ways to communicate with people other than sending it with a pigeon in a bottle. And now niggas don't know how to communicate with nobody if they can't push a button on their phone. Most people do not even know the phone numbers of the people that they are calling because they're so used to pushing a button. You don't know me, ma, your grandma, your nana. You don't know their phone number by heart. You just push their name. something simple as two-way radios. They have lots of them that you can buy that can go up to like 50 miles. You can get change the antenna and they will go even further than that. They have these walkie-talkie things now that are nationwide, and other like the radios that you have to get onto a frequency to talk to people, and other people that have them can listen in. You can actually now buy like these walkie-talkies that are only for the people talking on them. You can get a 4-pack, a 6-pack. You can send them to your family members that are in other states, and you can talk to each other directly through them. But nobody think about this because y'all think that the government gonna always have everything set and ready for you. I don't know why. They don't like us. War is waged on us all of the damn time. And somebody said in Jamaica, when the hurricane hit, the phone towers went down, so they couldn't even use data. Hey, even Steven. Another thing I just ordered, I don't have it yet, you guys. I just ordered me a Starlink. I don't know if you guys have heard of Starlink or what y'all think about Starlink, but I just ordered me one. So Starlink is where you get internet, but you get internet from the satellites, okay? Not the towers. Yes, it's Elon. And eventually everybody's going to have one. There's probably the route to go. Right now they have a sale on it, and you can get this. It's like the dishes that go in your house. So they send you this box. The thing to mount it is really easy to put it on. It's not hard. I've been watching on YouTube, so when it get here, I could do it. Although I'm probably going to make a man in my life do it because I'm not doing that shit. I don't hang up TVs. I'm not hanging no Starlink on the house. Absolutely not. I will hold the ladder for you. I'm not doing it. But you put it on your house. It's very easy to mount. But right now they got a deal, you guys, where if you get the Starlink for your home, it's very affordable too. It really is compared to what some of these internet people be charging folks. But you can get internet wherever, right? But they send you what's called a Starlink Mini. Right now they had a special. I don't know if they do this shit all the time, but that Starlink Mini you can actually take with you wherever you go. You can put it in your car. You can go to the middle of the woods. You can go to the top of Mount Everest. And that motherfucker works. And so normally you have to pay for the mini one. But right now, if you get the one for your house, I don't know if they do that all the time. You actually get a mini one that you can travel with. And you get any internet anywhere that you go. And so whether we like Elon or people going to be like, no, he's the devil, don't buy it. Look, this is the way of stuff. And if you do not want to be in a position, if anybody's power went out and you did not have, you know, your Wi-Fi, or if your internet goes down, this is from satellite. So you always have internet. And I want to say that they have like, for the mini that you carry around with you, there's like a $7 a month plan. And the $7 a month plan is rather fast and it works really good. They got higher ones, but you don't need one higher than that. So you might want to think about those things as well, you guys. I don't know. I just think that people need to be in more of a survival mode. Okay. There is a lot going on in our country, and there's a lot more that's going to continue to always go on in our country. After everything that we are dealing with, I want to give y'all a picture. So there are people right now who have spent all the money that they have, anything that they got in their pocket. They done racked up debt and credit and Klarna and afterpaid their ass out for groceries that you can't even cook if the power goes out in your house, right? So now you guys are in a destitute situation. A lot of that food might go bad before you ever get to it. And yeah, you've put yourself in that situation. Now, today is the 26th. We have a week, less than a week, and the government may be shutting down again. Looks like from what everybody is saying is that it is inevitable that this is going to happen. And so we just came out of a government shutdown. And for those of you that are going through what you're going through, because natural disasters hits everybody, not just certain, categories of people. What happens when you already over there broke, destitute, you cold, your house fucked up, and then you find out you're not even going to get no stamps next month? Because see, Trump has made it clear that there's a new standard. When the government shut down before, there were departments that still continue to go that are not affected by shutdowns. And food stamps used to be one of those, and food banks and WIC and things like that. But now when the government shuts down, that is obviously now a part of the shutdown, right? I think that too many of us think in the moment. We don't think clearly. We allow ourselves to be fear mongered. I don't watch the news, and this is why I don't watch the news. And when I watch the news from a perspective of they full of shit. The news works for the government. Do y'all know that? And do you know that if you control the mind, you control the masses? So all they got to do is say the right stuff to you on the news and have you doing what you want to do. If you think that Fox, CNN, MSNBC, if you think that any of them are just reputable news sources and that they're not given scripts or they're not told what they can or what they can't say, then you are ill-informed about how our media actually works. And they did. They fear-mongered all of y'all, and they said the right things, and they knew you went outside and you was going to do all this dumbass spending and buying, and they cut all y'all power off that's off before the storm even hit and told you it was the storm. No, they cut that power off on purpose. A lot of y'all are like, my power is off, okay? But the power is off, and it's 40 degrees outside right now. We in the South. It's just barely raining. Why the power off? Because they was going to cut that shit off, whether the storm did it or not. Just like they was finna make sure that levee fucked up Katrina and New Orleans so they could steal that damn land and gentrify it. So they made sure that the levee broke, because if they tell you it's gonna be bad, that's because they finna make it bad if it's not. But everybody listened to the news and ran out. You so focused on this moment. And you should be. Because for those of you that are sitting in your house with no power, and it is 19 degrees, it is 7 below, you might don't have to worry about the government shutdown, because you're probably not going to make it to this government shutdown or none in the future. Stop leaving your livelihood in the fucking government's hand. It's stupid to me. This is a storm. You can prepare for a storm. You can prepare for cold. You can prepare for power outages. You don't have no excuse for this shit. And if you are an adult in a household responsible for a family or for children, you gonna really sit up here and let people in your household lose their lives over some cold because you just ain't got enough fucking sense to do what's right, because you think, oh, they're gonna cut the power on, they're not gonna let us freeze to death. Motherfucker, bye. Do y'all know hundreds of people died in 2021 when it was a big ass storm? Do you know every snowstorm people die, whether it's on the road or whether it's in their house? But let's be clear, in 2021, when that big ass storm came through the United States, there were hundreds of people that died, and those people did not die in car accidents, baby. They died from freezing to death in their house. And y'all better go talk to a homeless man. A homeless man will tell you how to get it together in that kind of weather, because they sleep outside. You don't. You're not ready for this. And now you're crying because you got 6 gallons of milk, 20 packs of toilet paper. You got a freezer full of meat, but your stove don't work, so you can't cook. What's wrong with you? Shout out to you, Keith, for the $2 says get a satellite phone. Yes, and let me be correct in the satellite phone thing too, you guys. Somebody told me, and I haven't even tried it. I don't know. Maybe y'all tell me. Somebody said that on your cell phone now. Is that true? Or your iPhone? I don't know if all phones do it. But y'all can switch your phone to satellite to get a signal. Is that true? I think Carbon Q is the one that told me that. I could be wrong. So you might have a satellite setting on your cell phone, which if you do, that's good. You should find out where it's at so you can use it if you don't have other means. Somebody said, yes, it's the iPhone 15 and newer. Okay. Yeah, I got an old one. Maybe that's why I didn't see it on mine. Somebody told me that, but I ain't see that shit on mine. I have an old iPhone, and I will not be buying a new iPhone until this motherfucker fall apart to dust, okay? So I don't want to hear about, they got the new iPhone. I don't give a damn. I'm like 10 motherfucking versions behind, and we will stay there. So anyway, I know I can't tell everybody that is freezing right now they stupid and y'all think I'm being mean. Let me say this. And I'm about to go, because I will be back at 10, you guys. I got to make a run to get back so I'm not late for this live that we got coming up later. But I want to say this. Somebody said, what's my hairstylist name? Farasha do my hair. Hey, Farasha, that's my dog. Farasha only do hair a couple times a week, though, to be honest with you. And half the time you can't get in because her clients is the same clients. We be fighting like, girl, what you mean you ain't got no more appointments? Boy, Farasha had me waiting a long time for this style. I had to beg her to see me on a Wednesday. And she did. Shout out to Farasha. And thank you for the compliment on my hair. Yes, Farasha always do a good job. Hey, Nyla. Nyla, tonight I'm gonna do the live. I don't know if you'll be live or Taz will be live if y'all be in the house, but I'm gonna do the live by Charleston White. I'm gonna play Taz's video. So we'll be playing that tonight. Thank you, Nyla. We'll be playing that, and I'm gonna put y'all links in the video so people could go and follow y'all at the same time. But let me say this to y'all, I'm about to get out of here. For everybody that is in this situation and they are in their house, get warm. Get warm. Get yourself somewhere warm. Don't let no cold weather take you out. You should have prepared before now. But if you are not and you don't know what to do and it's still cold, if your pipes have not bust, please turn on a trickle in your faucet, a little dripping of it, right? So that it is able to still work. Put on layers of clothes, you guys. If you don't have sleeping bags, I don't know if you can get out and go outside. If the power is out where you are, there still may be some stores open. And if you have the ability to get to a store, I saw a woman today. She was like, it's snowing and I'm getting in my car, and she was on the road and everything. But there was a Walmart that was open. You can go to the store if you don't have no money. And for a couple of dollars, you can get them Mylar like silver blankets. Thermal blankets. Have you guys ever seen them? They're cheap as fuck. They're silver. You put the reflectant part on your body because it helps to keep in your body heat. And those can save your life. So if nothing else, go get you some of them. If you ain't got that, then you better put on a bunch of sweaters, a bunch of socks, and everything else, okay? Get under a bunch of covers. Sleep together at night in one space because all of your body heat will keep each other warm, okay? Just stay alive. Stay alive. You can figure out what you're going to do with all them dumbass groceries you bought that you don't need after it's over. You can figure out how to get everything back on track. And then you can worry about if the government's going to shut down and if you're not going to get no money, if you get money from the government. But stay alive first, or none of those things will matter. It won't matter because you won't be here for it to matter, okay? But if you are an adult and you make it through this, don't fail your kids ever the fuck again. If they tell you the power is going out and it's cold as hell, you make sure that you and your kids are not sitting in that house freezing. Okay? Don't run your ass to the grocery store no more and buy every grocery in the store. That shit is stupid. It is. It is. When they said no power, I'm just not understanding why people buy a bunch of fucking food you got to cook or fill up your refrigerator that might go out and not keep your shit cold. That is called stupidity. And I'm not feeling sorry for anybody. And I'm not going to use nice words because you're in a bad situation and your feelings are hurt. You're just stupid. If you thought that was a good idea, it was not. You're going to have a refrigerator full of groceries. And if you pass away, then all your family can come fight about all the groceries you got in your freezer. So I guess you shopped for your cousins and them, because you know how people do. When you die, they'll come and argue about the goddamn fucking bottle of toothpaste you got in your bathroom. So maybe you just bought some shit for your family. I don't know. But don't be dumb. Stay alive, okay? I'm sorry. Does that mean? I'm sorry, y'all. If you want some loving and some fake ass truth, I'm going to need you to go to church on Sunday. Wednesday is coming. If it's power, Bible study might be open. But that is not this. And this is not that. So don't be a dumbass. Stay alive. Don't be a dumbass. I'm going to get a shirt that say that, okay? And then you can buy one just like you bought all that fucking food in the grocery store. I'm getting the bologna June to the hamburger meat. Shit, you better have that bologna, because Nyla, you can make a sandwich with that. If you can't cook that hamburger meat, I don't know what you're doing with it. I don't know what you're doing with it. Feed it to them Rottweilers y'all got in the backyard, because they asses is freezing and dying too. You feed that shit to the dogs because you can't cook it. So you let his ass have the hamburger meat. You get the bologna. That's right. I love you back. Thank you for that. I'm going to get out of here, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like the video before you leave. Share this video so people won't be stupid. Share it in the name of educating people about not being dumb in these situations, y'all. And thank you for everybody that gave a super chat. I appreciate it. I will see you guys at 10 o'clock tonight. Right now, it is on my page. So when y'all leave up out of here and this live is over, in a second, go over to the page, you guys, and set your reminder so you don't miss it for the live that we're going to have at 10 o'clock. So I'm going to get out of here. Y'all stay warm. Don't be stupid. And yeah, I'll see y'all in 3 hours. Bye, y'all. Talk to y'all later.